Hi, my name is Devin. I am the owner of McHale's Painters, and in this video I'm going to show you a trick. It's a little secret about getting the walls as smooth as you possibly can and making the repairs that much easier, as well as making sure the paint binds to the wall properly. And this technique is called pull sand. So why do we want to pull sand the walls? Really, there's three main reasons. One, it's going to make the walls a little bit smoother, knocking off a lot of these flecks, previous lint, etc., which has been caught up, and it's going to smooth out that stipple appearance, especially if these walls have been painted many times. There's a stipple appearance with the roller sleeve. The second reason is it's going to make the new paint bind better to this previous paint which is on there, and the reason being is it's going to make the surface more porous. The sandpaper is going to come on, knock off some of the sheen. It's also going to knock off some of the hand grease from people touching the walls, potential cleaning products which may have been used, which can make a barrier from the new paint onto the old paint and then cause adhesion problems. So that's going to assist with that. And the third thing, it's going to expose high ridges when we're coming around and doing our repair work, fixing some imperfections and filling holes, etc. So what that's going to do is, because the sandpaper is going to more aggressively hit anything that has high ridges, it's going to scuff those areas more and thereby expose them. So when we come around and do our wall repair with our spackle or our drywall compound, sheetrock 20, whatever we're using, it's going to be easier to find those areas because we pull sanded. So that's three big reasons why we want to pull sand. It's going to stick better, it's going to have a better finish, and it's going to make repairs easier. So you're going to have either I call this a sanding foot. It looks kind of like a foot. You're going to get your sandpaper on there, attach it to your pole. If you're not familiar with the sanding foot, I recommend either just using a sponge sander or some sandpaper, doing it all by hand. That's obviously going to be a lot more laborious. You could also get an orbital sander, which is a circular disc, and that's a lot easier to stick on the wall if you're not familiar with this. This is what I use because it's also got a vacuum attachment. So if I'm doing major wall repairs, and there's going to be a tremendous amount of dust, I can attach the vacuum sander as an option. So this is an example of how we do that. I'm going to press it against the wall and keep it on an angle. If you're using a sanding foot, if you go on a direct angle, it's going to flip. So you want to make sure that it's almost vertical, and then you go up and down. So here we have a great example of the importance of pull sanding prior to painting. This area was a weak spot. There was either grease buildup from cooking, hands, some detergent which caused a barrier which didn't allow the current color to bind to the previous color. So that's why we've gone in, we've put quite a bit of pressure on, gotten off as much of the weak spots as possible. We're going to put a oil prime over here, which is going to penetrate and then bind to this area underneath, because we're going to have some weak spots still here. We want to eliminate that. Oil primer will penetrate through this previous coat of paint because we've given it a good sand. Give it about 24 hours to penetrate those weak areas, and then it's going to be ready to paint after that, and you won't have this issue again. Now that you've got this secret, I'm sure that your walls are going to have nice and smooth finishes. You're going to be able to do your repairs even better, and you're going to not have any issues where you can scrape the paint off because you've taken care of all of those adhesion problems. Don't forget to give us a like, share our video, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.